Good morning, everybody. I am back. We are almost fully healthy again, almost back at 100%, no longer sick. I was sick like a dog for the last 2 weeks, but not anymore. And let me see if I can get this poll up for you guys. I did a poll yesterday about entering a grocery store, so we will try to bring that up. I got to figure out how to add that source. I was running a little late getting the stream. My driver's crashed, believe it or not. I'm doing well. How about you? I'm doing great, Yusuf. Hey, man, thanks for stopping by, brother. We are going to be doing probably the weeklies, maybe a little bit of nap comp this morning. But yeah, I worked all last week trying to get YouTube fixed because the last YouTube stream that I did was like a fucking PowerPoint presentation, and I wanted to avoid that. But it looks like I got everything kind of running more or less pretty stable. So let me know if you run into any hiccups watching the stream or if you notice anything, because I'm trying to get it nice and clean. It looks like for whatever reason my Wizard's Vault is working better too. Maybe it has to do. I think my bit rates and my encoder settings were all jacked up. That's what it comes down to. But yeah, this weekend was very very busy. I do not feel relaxed at all. Here in California, we recently had a lot of rain. So we had a lot of rain, and the issue with that is that my front and backyard don't really have grass. They're like dirt, and so as soon as it started to rain, it was just a ton of weeds. And so I had to be Mr. Manual Labor Man pretty much all weekend. And man, I am feeling it today, dude. It is a brutal morning for me. Like both my arms, my forearms, my back, it is all not feeling too good just from the amount of yard work that I was doing.
I want that.
All right, let's see. I need to defeat a legendary enemy. IBS 5. They're saying to do a convergence or fractals. Is there convergence going on? There's not. I wonder if quick play is the way to go for this. Complete a meta event in Cantha. What are we looking at? What are we looking at as far as meta events in Cantha? That's a good strategy actually. I like that change. Aether Blade Assaults is going on. Let's see if we can get in on this. That's big gaming. Really big gaming. Dude, we're in. Elite. I don't know
These
where
are a danger to the public.
we're doing it
It's a
though.
noise violation. Stop them.
I need healing. Seriously.
That was big, dude.
Oh,
Honestly, I should do more Sweet Tongue Province stuff. You know what? You know what? Probably fixed my game is I removed reshade. Reshade, while it does make things look a little bit nicer, dude, it always screws my game up. It always screws my game up.
fury rising. I chose you. Glorious combination of skill. Sharp blades, sharp mind.
Let's have some fun.
Let's see, stream health. Dude, this is incredible. I should have done this a while ago, trying to get these streams like optimized. I was running way too high bit rates, I think. It was tanking my computer's performance. And one of the things that I found is, so there's an add-on called Source Clone, right? So you know how like you have my little guy talking, and you have like the little YouTube music playlist and stuff like that in the corner. Well, what if I wanted to record this footage that I'm using right now for use in a video like later? Well, before I would either have to use like stream footage. What's up, Emperor? Hey dude, I did some stream optimization over this last week, so let me know if there's any issues that you find. I had to get into the OBS weeds. But anyway, so there's this add-on called Source Clone, where Source Record, that you could set it up on a source that's not your active source. So like right now, the video you're seeing, I can choose to record just my gameplay footage, like just the footage with no bells and whistles on it.
I take it you're the law.
And
Some cheap
that's
version of
important because I want to do that series that I was talking about, where I'm doing my challenge mode series, and I want to be able to do like recap videos while
They made you
I'm
an
live
official.
streaming.
Win a raffle or something?
There is a competitive selection process.
Seems good on this end, but I'm also on a country with doo-doo nets, so I might not be the best judge. It's all good. I think on Twitch I have it set up for 720p, so
You do this all the time?
intentionally.
I'm going to scout ahead.
Currently abusing the office Wi-Fi to watch. Oh shit! Hell yeah! We got an elite viewer. All right, let's see. I'm just trying to get these weeklies done. But I am. This is gonna serve as a test. Right now, everything's looking healthy. Ironically enough, my Guild Wars 2 drivers crashed or something. I have a feeling it had something to do with reshade though,
Glorious combination of skill.
because my PC's running better than it has in a long time.
Thanks, friend.
That's refreshing.
But we'll see. Let's get this weekly done. I still have a lot of I still got to get that bathrobe from the Wizard's Vault, so I still have a lot of Wizard's Vault stuff to get, dude. I think I still have.
Protected. Barriers now.
Is the other team done?
Ancient mountain.
Yeah,
An
looks like
ocean trench.
they're doing their thing. I have some. I mean, I did a tier list this week. I have a couple of videos that I want to make. One of them is more discussion based, and then I have to do my announcement for my series because if I decide to do the series, then I definitely need more people like Emperor over on Twitch to make it worth it. I think that if I do that series, but it ends with me being a Twitch affiliate, it'll be worth it. But I know that a lot of people like watching on YouTube, so I will be doing it on YouTube as well. But I gotta try to convince the YouTube crowd to take a trip over to Twitch, at least on a second tab or something.
I was in some deep trouble.
I don't know how it counts viewers, but that's if my computer is running this well and the stream's running this well, then it's definitely something I'm considering doing. At least during this little drought period, man. How do you guys feel about the Visions of Eternity little drought situation? Are you guys cool with it?
I was in some deep trouble there.
'Cause it seems like everything's kind of, you know, WoW Midnight just released. Lara's been playing a lot of Warframe. Seems like everybody's kind of taking a little break
Focused.
from the
Concentration.
game during this little 3-month window. I mean, Kella came out, but I think Teapot
What do we have
blasted it in one day.
That feels better.
With these undue surprises. Initiating rage mode.
Glorious combination of skill.
Because personally, for me, I mean, it's too much stuff to do.
You'll be doing that one for
I know that not everybody is down to do the most mundane routine goals, but for me, it's kind of like my happy place, right?
What's wrong?
I don't go to Guild Wars 2 for achievement. I go to Guild Wars 2 for kind of relaxation and chill. And I think that is one of the things that's kind of misknown about the game.
blend of talent.
There's a lot of games that have different kind of play styles, right? Like the game that stood out to me was Heroes of the Storm. Heroes of the Storm was like a Blizzard MOBA style game. It was almost like League of Legends. It was like a more chill, less balanced version of League of Legends, and it reminded me of a lot of other, like, it's defunct now, right? You can't play it, but there are games that have different audiences. Like, wow, Sil, you're doing some revolutionary investigative work, right? Obvious. The thing is that the audience of two games in the same genre can be different. You know, the MMO player that plays Guild Wars 2 doesn't necessarily need to be the audience for WoW or for Final Fantasy 14.
Fury
And
rising.
the same way Heroes of the Storm audience didn't need to be the same audience as the League of Legends crowd. And the problem is a lot of these studios, they will advertise their game for that same audience. So they will decide, like, Guild Wars 2 is going to be advertised to the WoW player. It's going to be advertised to the Final Fantasy 14 player. And I don't think that's really the case. I don't think that this game really fits in. It fits in well enough that people will see it, but then you'll see a lot of people where it's like, oh, it finally clicked. Like the game finally clicked with me.
Fury rising.
And I've been really trying to think about, like, what that means. Like, how do you actually go about deconstructing that statement? Like, what made it click? What do you mean it clicked? Because for me, it was a game, and it's either I choose to play it or I choose not to. You know, like, if I pick up Stellar Blade, it's either I like to play the game and it's fun and it's engaging, or it's not. You know what I mean? There are other games like that. Like, I played Helldivers, and it's fun and it's engaging, but that type of game is not for me. Guild Wars 2 is what I would consider, people call it an amusement park MMO. And what it really is it's a party MMO. That's what I consider Guild Wars 2 to be, because it doesn't really it should not and doesn't really have the audience of the hardcore raider or the sweaty player. It's not really meant to be a game that you grind 8 hours a day. Like for World of Warcraft, to be competitive and to reach that higher echelon in that end game, you really need to devote a significant number of hours to the game each day to get all the buffs you need, to be a part of these raid groups and coordinate them, and there's a lot of player coordination involved. But in Guild Wars 2, you don't really need to do that. So what is the point? And that's kind of the main complaint that people have, is that you could hop into Guild Wars 2 and blast all the raids each week in like 3 hours and then log out. Well, yeah, that's because that's not really the way you're supposed to engage with the game. Like, it is a game that you're supposed to, just like Heroes of the Storm, where Heroes of the Storm, people treated it like it was League of Legends, where you're supposed to min-max and grind and sweat and do all these things. Realistically, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to hop on and play the game with your friends and just enjoy the game. It's not meant to be a hard, frustrating scenario. It's meant to be a game that you can realistically kind of play. You know, it's a game that you're meant to just kind of hop on and play and hang out with your friends. Not necessarily a game that is a goal-oriented game. And yeah, there are goals that you can grind for, but it's not necessary per se.
When life doesn't give you what you need, you just gotta take it for yourself. Life's not fair. Not fair anymore. By its rules.
Concentration.
And so the concept of the party MMO, or the way that I consider the party MMO, is that we're supposed to be kind of like, we're supposed to be creating our own little events and stuff to do. And I know a lot of guilds still do that. It seems like it's way less than it used to be. Like, outside of literally one kind of content type, which is actually, you know, people do fashion contests and people do like raid trainings and convergence trainings, and it's all kind of based around the content. And that's not necessarily, I remember people used to have guild hall parties and stuff like that, and that almost feels kind of like role play based now, where the people who are probably into the RP aspects of gaming, they probably are like super into like doing guild hall parties. But I remember there being like guild parties and trivia nights and all kinds of little events that people would put together that are kind of like, they're not based around the game content. They were like based around just like, hey, these are my online homies and I'm gonna, you know, these are the guildies. And I feel like not everybody has that community anymore. I feel like that's part of the reason why games like these are becoming less popular. This guy got melted down, dude.
That should help us destroy his shield.
We heal as one unstoppable.
I don't know if anybody has any thoughts on that, or if everybody's just waking up, getting their morning coffee, getting their afternoon coffee, stealing their office Wi-Fi. You know, who knows?
It's no use. We cannot hurt him unless we break that charge of his.
How very satisfying still.
Nice.
Look at this. So pretty.
And I completed 5 events.
Guess I'll begin repairs. Sooner I start, sooner my village will be back to normal.
I know that Master has quite some pull over at the Ministry. Perhaps I can chat with him about a relief bill.
Alright, let's
Some spare funds.
Let's go ahead and get...
Thank you, Mr. Potts. We would all appreciate that. You know, my friend Ari is a machinist. She's famous for giving bots the Emperor's treatment during tune-ups.
Alright. Alright. Branded mine. Done. Jadebot or Inquest? Oh, these people have the same idea as me. Ooh, the assholes. You know what? I think these rifts count. I think these riffs in Castor count.
We're here to drink, not to smash things. Let's focus on drinking.
Excuse me.
Man the rigging. Turn the sails.
Let me talk about the surrender.
Infuriating.
I'm not a big Rift guy, but I get to complete events and Inquest at the same time. Tag all these guys.
Compounding our powers.
It'll be faster, then I can get back to map completion, I suppose. Boy, oh boy. I guess this is the problem, right? Is that whenever there's patches like this that are kind of light on the story aspect, not everybody has a lot to do. You know what I mean?
Ah, recognition.
So you just end up having to find your own. Probably use a skimmer here, huh? Ooh, that's not a skimmer. There we go.
Kids! Kids, come on! Come eat dinner! Come eat dinner now!
Healing Inquest. Healing Inquest. For some reason my earbuds crapped out and no sound was coming through. Sorted now. Oh. Dude, you missed my entire rants. You're gonna have to run the VOD back on YouTube. I was talking about party MMOs, man. It's all good, dude. It's all good. I'm just trying to get through these weeklies really quick. Seems like they're going pretty fast. I mean, we're 30 minutes in and almost done already. So, picking up that Sweet Tongue Province meta was nice. So it looks like we'll probably be able to kill the Inquest and do the events. The events are done, but still 25 more Inquests. We'll be having a nice little chill time, and then we'll do some map comp. I think I need to get back to doing map comp. I really want to get the map comp aspect done kind of before I do my challenge. It's almost like a nice little refresher. Alright, are we done? Alright, this will be the last rift. I know rifts are riveting. Absolutely riveting. I think that's all of them. I think we are now complete with the weekly.
I'm nigh invincible.
Boom, done. What about dailies? Done with dailies too. Alright. What do we got? Glad to see that my Wizard's Vault is not broken anymore. Definitely need these. That is a must buy. I'm short on this one. Need these two, and I need some of these Alright. Maybe I should do more weeklies. Alright, I'm officially above 1,000 gold now. Very exciting stuff. Alright, let's see. I don't know why I'm stuck on hammer. There we go. This is probably the fastest way to Complete this heart. Alright. What is that? Now we go. We out.
Haven't been here yet.
Corteria is just so funny with how fast everything dies. Excuse me. Boy, oh boy. Let's go. So ideally, now that I got this kind of figured out, it seems like everything's running pretty good. I'll be kind of, dude, I will be trying my best to stream multiple times a week instead of just the one and done like I have been. Maybe a couple hours. I don't know. All experimenting, right? Just having fun with it. That's part of the thing, is that once you stop having fun with it, everybody can just smell that you're just like a salesman, dude. You're a used car salesman. So even if it's suboptimal money wise or growth wise or whatever, I think having fun with it is going to be better in the long run. Let's see. I get to be the cleanup crew. Tar man. I know it might not look like it, but this is what elite performance looks like. What elite gaming looks like. The fact that you have to do this though. There's no other acquisition method. This is mandatory. It kind of frustrates me, but I guess I get it, right? Tree. Let's go. Let's go. Fireheart Rise was always like not too bad. I think some of the other ones. Now imagine how jarring it is for someone who mainly jumps on to PvP for a bit, then dip. I don't know what's wrong with PvP. Is PvP broken? should do more PvP, to be honest. I love PvP, but you can't get any. Dude. Yeah, I know what you feel. I think honestly getting Gift of Exploration PvP wouldn't be too bad. I don't know how they would structure it though. I think people would play PvP. I think people would play in PvP matches before they play map completion though. Honestly, here, I'll show you something. There you go. I know how you feel, brother. People don't think I PvP. Oh, I've done my due diligence. I've done my thing. $700 and something matches on Warrior. My most played character in PvP by a long shot. Let Arc Divider do something. I used to play the most broken, not optimized build. It was I would run Axe, Shield, Greatsword, full Berserker. When that was back when the Signets would give you unblockable, and it was literally a rush, and it's either I kill you instantly with just a massive burst that's unblockable, or I die. Like I really had no like sticking power. It was just full send. Full send. One of us is going down. It was fun. I mean, it resulted in a 45% win rate across 700 matches, but it was fun. I never really understood, I don't want to say I never understood the competitive nature of the game, because I am a competitive person, but just not necessarily in my leisure time, right? Like I don't get anything by being the best player of Guild Wars 2. Like that's not something that I am all that interested in. Oh god. Yeah. I don't even know how to delete. Let's see. Ban. Yeah, I'm horrible with Twitch. I'm not gonna lie. I have a very like basically no moderation. I let automod do its thing. I don't have Nightbot set up. I don't have anything set up. I actually had Nightbot set up briefly. I think let me see if it. So Nightbot is here. But yeah, I don't really have it do anything. It's just I think it bans links or something. I don't know. I've basically decided that, hey man, if you're here, just be nice. I'm not gonna sit here and be the fun police. Let's see. Am I gonna die? I'm not gonna die. That whole thing was murked in 1 second. All right. Well, that's done. One less heart to worry about. Yeah, I got no. Yeah, I know, brother. The thing is, so right now it seems like YouTube is kind of slow and Twitch is kind of slow. I don't have my consistency on streaming is not there. It's hard for me to come up with time. My work schedule is kind of in flux pretty frequently, and my home life is also pretty busy. So it's not like I can, you know, if there's a time where I was like, hey, this time is consistent, I would rather use that time for my wife. Rage Kit QT, hey, I'm kind of new. Been using your YouTube channel for builds and stuff. I'm still unclear on when raids reset. Someone said today that the daily reset hasn't happened yet. So there's been a little bit of confusion with resets lately, because it's supposed to reset weekly. It's meant to be like a Monday, or I don't even think it's Monday. I think it's like Sunday night at XYZ time. Monday resets are when it's supposed to happen. They recently did a shift with raids where they changed them into raid encounters, and there are a lot of little bugs here and there in regards to raids. So I don't know exactly when they reset yet. Most rewards are weekly reset, though. They're not daily reset. And even the Icebrood Saga 5 encounters and stuff like that are not... They're not weekly. Or they're not daily anymore. They're weekly. So I know that there are some things that are being worked on that have been brought up. Like, hey, this is bugged or that's bugged. Ultimately, if you like, let's say if you raid on like a Wednesday, if you come back the following Wednesday, it's gonna be reset. You're gonna be all right. So as far as the actual reset time, I'm not exactly sure when that is. I appreciate you watching my videos, though. I hope they're helpful. But back to what I was saying, Emperor, it's hard for me to find a consistent time, and with streaming, it's a completely different thing. It's a different game you're playing. With YouTube, you kind of try to do search engine optimization to where your videos can be searched and viewed kind of like through the search engine. So you'll have, you know, Google optimization or just optimization within the YouTube search parameters. With streaming, you almost have to build a YouTube channel, and then you have to you almost have to build a YouTube channel, and then you almost have to... All right, where do I go now? Went here, went here. Is it here? Probably here. You almost have to build like shorts and then do like conversion from TikTok and Instagram, which I'm not super big into editing shorts. I think I might start doing that just to get a little bit more traffic over onto the Twitch side. I'm not gonna lie. Honestly, it was never my intention to become a streamer. I always wanted to be a YouTube guy, just making my videos and using YouTube as my voice. I feel like being tied to a computer screen for forever is not something I'm all that interested in. But I think that I can. I think I can grow it. So why not? And I think that's part of what I want that challenge to be, is that it's really, really hard to grow a stream or engage with a stream if you don't really have a set goal. And I think that's part of the problem with where we are now with people taking breaks and
Time
shit.
to do some real
Like
damage.
people are kind of moving away from the game because the game doesn't really have a whole lot going on with it.
Make it quick.
Like we're kind of in this drought right now. So you need a good concept. And hopefully I can get that concept put together. I think it would be fun. And then instead of, doing videos all the time, I would be kind of doing more streaming. Because otherwise you just end up running around world versus world endlessly. Or running around your homestead or running around wherever and not doing anything and just talking to chat. But I don't have a chat to talk to. I got 3 people, so I actually need to come up with an actual entertaining thing. And I think most of it hits on the head. Your video is coming to the end of Guild Wars 2. Yeah, I mean, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. So a lot of my content might be seen as like doomery or whatever, but ultimately what it is it's kind of saying the quiet part out loud. I've never really had anybody that watched any of my content, like I talk to Teapot, I stop by Muckluck's stream and stuff like that. And whenever I hop in, most of the time they've seen my videos. Most people will watch them, and very few of them will disagree. Most of the time people will think it's kind of funny the way I say it or the directness of it. But yeah, most people aren't gonna disagree. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, I kind of see it, and it's realistically it's worrisome for them, right? And that was kind of one of the things that I was going to talk about. Might talk about it in a video about the content creation scene. It's really worrying for the people that want to do this for a living. So I don't. This is all just for fun. Any kind of money that I earn or anything like that. It is all just for fun, and I try to put it back. I try to make the stream better or try to make video editing better. Like last year I bought DaVinci Resolve Studio, stuff like that. Is this line a map completion mod? Yes, it is. This is a pathing module. I'm using Tiny HUD, but they have Blish HUD as well that are. And this is done through Nexus. This line is done through Nexus, but Blish HUD does the same thing. So, but I think that it's disturbing when you devote and you build a community around a game, and then that game kind of goes away, or is at the end of its life cycle, right? It's very hard, and so people kind of need to branch out. They need to do multi-game stuff. Because, I mean, realistically, games don't last forever. No game does. I mean, I guess World of Warcraft does. So if you picked World of Warcraft and built your community around that, then I guess you're in good shape. But I think you're good. I feel like Guild Wars 2 is still doing fine. I mean, me and like 5 friends just returned to it. Yeah, so I mean, it's still playable. It's still fine. But in terms of like, so you're talking about people. I'm not referring to regular people here. I'm referring to people that are trying to make playing Guild Wars 2 and streaming Guild Wars 2 their career, like content career. Now, first off, you don't make any. Yeah, you don't make any money doing content creation. You make hardly any money unless you have a large audience. And the audience is more or less capped. like it's kind of funny that you know we have like 3 big creators, and each of those big creators have anywhere from like 200 viewers to 300 viewers each at any given time in the Guild Wars 2 space, and that pretty much lines up where you have 900 people out of the 1,000 watching these main 3 creators, and then you have literally 100 people over the rest of them. There isn't much out there for MMOs other than WoW. Yeah, you're right. I mean, there's Final Fantasy 14, and then there are other kind of non-MMO MMOs like Warframe, like RuneScape, I guess. If you're willing to go back that far, right? I personally am not super tied to MMOs per se, but do I try to kill this guy? Do I do it? Do I do it for the gram? Do it for the stream?
Deal. Time to do some real damage.
He's gonna heal.
They'll have to hit much harder.
Oh god. I did it. Uh-oh. Possible ban evader. Well, you ain't evading this ban. Bro. For money, Guild Wars 2 never was a massive thing for streamers. It's seen more as a casual MMO. Yeah, it is. It is really a casual MMO. Interesting that you have Stealth Gyro slotted in. I love Stealth Gyro, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It's on Scrapper. It's one of my favorite skills. I just love gyros. I love super speed. So Guild Wars 2 definitely is a more casual MMO, mainly because of the horizontal progression nature of the game. Is that, and that's kind of what a lot of people think is that, like, oh wow, this is like a massive game. And it kind of is, but it's kind of like a mile wide and an inch deep in a lot of ways. So I don't play World vs. World very often, so I wouldn't doubt that Stealth Gyro is not super great. I would think Mortar Kit's probably better in World vs. World. In most optimal builds, it is, but Stealth Gyro in PvE is really good because stealth can break a lot of encounters. Just like that one where I didn't want to get attacked while I was running up the ledge, so I just used stealth and it gave me super speed, so that way I can get up there quickly before he started to heal. I mostly came back for WoW. I would just sit in town AFK most days. With Guild Wars 2, I could just hop in World vs. World and PvP, play tons of alts. Yeah, no, that is the good thing about the game, right? I have tons of alts. I hopped on an alt to do some Castora stuff earlier, and I'm playing an alt right now. This right here is my map completion person. I don't know how much more of this map I have, but I need to get ready to go to work here. Let's see if I can finish this map before I have to go. this stream really was a test more than anything. I did do, like, I don't know if anybody got notified last week, but I just put like, oh yeah, test disregard, and I was just kind of like stress testing because my encoders kept crashing. Dizla, what's up, man? You made it right at the end. I'm trying. What am I missing? I'm missing.
The hero of Vidius Castrum.
Missing a bunch of
executed assassination.
this stuff. Did I destroy my barracuda meat? I didn't. What's up, Iritsu? Dude, everybody finally decided to start talking on YouTube right when I have to leave. It's okay. It's not your fault. It's my fault. It's my fault for not being able to stream for 2 hours, guys. What is my favorite Guild Wars 2 festival? None of them, dude. Actually, favorite one, probably Halloween. I don't do any of the, I do not do any of the other stuff, though. Like, I don't do the Labyrinth. I have fond memories as a child of doing the Mad King Says in Guild Wars 1 and getting a mask. I plugged Matthias this weekend. Your guide makes it sound way easier than it actually is for noobs. Oh, man. That's what it is, dude. That's why the traffic's so bad is I released like a 30-minute tier list. So everybody's watching my 30-minute tier list instead of watching my stream. Feels bad.
You honor me.
I think Matthias is like super easy, dog. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
serve the vigil. The vigil serves Tyria.
Feel the fury.
I plug Matthias like I can do Matthias in my sleep basically. No. I've never thought he was a problem. The only problems are when people don't CC friends, and then they drop the special action key in weird spots. It's kind of the main issue. I think most festivals people treat as a way, like that's kind of the issue that I have. Actually, you know what? My favorite festival, probably Super Adventure Box in present day. I think I need to do more PvP. I don't know if I have the strength to do it. Super Adventure Box is fucking cool. Yeah, so I cannot get Tribulation mode down. You think the quick play updates and fractals and raids and testing for Guild Wars 3 stuff? I would like to believe that Guild Wars 3 would have a better system than the current quick play system. I think that the current quick play system is a good band-aid. It is not a dungeon finder or a group finder though. It is definitely the thing is that like initially when
Time to do some real damage.
my inventory is full, what a bunch of bullshit. When the game initially came out, there was like, oh yeah, there's no roles or anything. Like we're not doing no Trinity, no bullshit.
Feel the fury.
We're not doing any of that shit. And then when raids came out, a trinity emerged. Old Lions Court in quick play feels like a Fallout Vault experiment. What do you mean? Like you just get massacred? You can hear the devs grinning. Honestly, it's the problem is that any amount of mechanics that need to be done end up becoming a problem in quick plays. The fact that they don't have like Icebrood Saga 5 in quick play, they don't have a lot of them. I would think that they would have every single one. Black Bear. These are the ones that count. I feel like I think that in Guild Wars 3 or whatever's coming next, that there will definitely be a lot of lessons learned applied from Guild Wars 2 to Guild Wars 3. I gotta go kill cave spiders.
Hey.
Or bring truffles. I bring truffles to pigs. And then I'm done.
Time to do some real damage.
But yeah, I would like to see a true group finder. The roles that you need to be successful or to make things easier. Yeah, quick play kind of like it gimps you, right? It gives you Omega. Oh god.
Feel the fury.
I have this truffle. Gotta wait for the pig to spawn. Some bullshit. Be late for work because of stupid cave spider. Ugh. Feels bad. Alright. We'll run it back. There's nothing going on. Count me in. Let's go. Honestly, yeah, it's kind of diabolical that LLC is in quick play, but it's really not that bad.
Oh, it's on now.
What's your favorite class play when you're not in Chrono Jail? I'm not in Chrono Jail anymore. I've decided myself that I'm not in Chrono Jail. Lately, I've been, for lack healing, I've been playing a lot of Heal Scourge. Quickness Healer, I still play a lot of Firebrand. I find myself just playing a lot of old school builds. But, open world, I still play a lot of Quick Scrapper. I think Quick Scrapper is really strong. I think in terms of DPS, I still play a lot of Dragon Hunter. I really like Dragon Hunter. I know not everybody likes a lot of Dragon Hunter. I personally think Dragon Hunter is great though. So, but I play a lot of Dragon Hunter as my like power DPS class, and then I play. Is there gonna be a spider that spawns? But then I also play a lot of a Condivert. Yeah, the spider spawned. I thought I heard it. Truffle. So, I mean, I think Condivert is probably my go-to. slept on healers. I mean, it got changed, and then people forgot. Everybody wanted the new healer. They were the heal luminary, guys. Heal luminary. How exciting is that? Escort failed. What's up? Where's the truffles? Yeah, everybody forgot the power of the heal Scourge. Dude. Alright. There it is. Map completion. Fireheart Rise. Did we get a black line key? We did it. Unlucky. Platinum doubloon. Alright. What do we have left? We have Dessa Plateau. We have Dessa Plateau. These are done. It's 15 hearts. That'll do it. This is the last of the ones with the hearts. And then we have these 3, which are just a run around. Curse Shore, Malcor's Leap, and Straits of Devastation. So I could probably finish this pretty... Oh, and we also have all the towns. I'm doing map completion for legendaries, yes. So I'm already full legendary everything. I have a ton of legendaries, but I have legendary starter kits up the ass, so I'm going to be making them and then selling them. Probably. We'll see. I'm pretty sure I have like enough raw materials that I could just do it. But anyway, I actually have to go to work. It is a little bit after I was supposed to leave, so I'm late. Congratulations, me. It is brain dead. I have to do it on 4 characters, so I don't know if I'm gonna do that, but we'll see. All right. If you stopped by, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the tier list video, and I'll catch you guys next time.